I'm making today's video for a couple special friends on the page, and I wanted to share something that got me through a lot of big changes and really rough times in the last few years. A few years ago, I went through a lot of people, like trials and tribulations, right? Like pretty big deal stuff where my whole life got turned upside down. I think I had to move like nine times in 2.5 years. And one of those moves was over 1,000 miles because I couldn't find a job here where I'm from. And before all of this started, it started with a separation from someone. I really got into hiking, and I think it was awesome because it got me to, when you're hiking, you talk with other people and you start to hear different perspectives and see that life is really big. And one awesome thing about hiking, at least in the Northeast, is that we have seasons. And I remember walking on this trail that I'd been on in the summer, and it was now winter, and it was like an icicle palace. It was so beautiful. And I remember having seen the transition from like the lush green summer and then the brown, dry, but colorful fall. And then now this like magical, icy place. And this is going to sound so cheesy, but seeing that landscape transform, maybe if I hadn't even had a group and known I was in the same place, I wouldn't have thought it was the same place. It looks so different. Even the trail itself was so different because in terms of, like in the winter, you can see so far in the winter, and in the summer, you're lucky to see several feet into the forest. And I knew, this was before that separation, I knew deep down that something big was going to happen in my life, and I knew that I was going to be okay, that just like the forest, things were going to change and they were going to look totally different, and that was okay. And it really pulled me through. So that happened, and then, like I said, I had to move 1,000 miles because I couldn't find a job, and I had a lot of worries, pretty big worries. Finances were a huge worry, and somehow, though, reflecting back, everything worked out. It doesn't mean everything wasn't scary, and there weren't times that I couldn't logically put together how things were going to work out, but it always did. And so what I started saying to myself was this phrase. The phrase is, life is big, right? Life is big. That's all it is. That's all it ever promises to be. It never promises to be comfortable. It never promises to feel good. It never promises anything other than being big. And I never know what's going to happen next. I'm in such an awesome situation right now. If you would have asked me, well, I would have said I'd hope to be in a situation like I am now, but I feel beyond blessed every day driving home. I can't believe the miracles that have happened in my life. Those are my puppies. You can sort of see their reflection jumping up to look at the animals outside. Beyond blessed. And, you know, I've had eating disordered issues since middle school, probably younger, but I don't think I started figuring out what to do about it till, well, okay, even second grade. So it's been there forever. And here I am, you know, turning 30 and finally dealing with it, but with an awesome group of friends and an awesome community. And so I know sometimes we have issues with relationships, or things break up, or we don't know how it's going to make sense, or we don't know how we're going to start a family in time, or we find out we can't start a family, or we have some really terrifying health problems, and honestly, we don't know how it's going to turn out. And you know, with me, I spend a lot of time outside in nature, and nature is not always peaceful. There are some really intense things that go on, but somehow here we are as a part of it. We're just part of this big life, and we get to hold each other's hands through it. And so I remember telling people this phrase, something new bad would happen, something new amazing would happen, and I would just say, life is big. Life is big. I don't know what's going to be around the corner. I used to think about this dog that I had, and I would make plans to like take her to the dog park or something really exciting, and I would sit there on the couch and I think, she has no clue. She has no clue that tomorrow we're going to go and do like her favorite thing in the world. And she could be sitting there stressing, oh my gosh, I'm never going to go to the dog park again, right? Because she doesn't know what life has around the corner for her. And so life is really big. That's all it promises to be. And that can mean some really awesome things. And even when it's uncomfortable, it can be the things that get us to grow. I would never wish those things upon anyone, but when they happen, we can do awesome things with it, especially when we do them together. So all I have to offer, I guess, sometimes is to say that life is big, and you're welcome to come join me for a hike if you want to take a trip here. Bye.